Welcome to 5 Good Minutes.
You're listening to today's inspirational message on the book of Hebrews
with Dan Irvin.
Well, I don't know if you're like me in this way where you think about some of the things in your life and you think about how they change often. Maybe it's your job, maybe steady in one season, but maybe uncertain the next. Maybe, you think about your friendships and how they've changed over time, or even your health. Looking back just a few years, maybe you're in a different situation than you are now. Or maybe it's even, good things like vacations, celebrations, milestones. They come and they go. And I think we think about these things and life feels fast, it feels fleeting, it feels momentary in some ways. I think the writer of Hebrews here points to a reality in Hebrews 9 and verse 12 specifically today that is different than fleeting, than temporary. In verse 12, Jesus entered once and for all into the holy places, not by means of the blood of goats and calves, but by the means of his own blood, thus securing an eternal redemption. Not seasonal, not fragile, not conditional, not up for renegotiation, but eternal, forever. Our paycheck, you think about that. You get paid, and then eventually the money runs out, and you need another paycheck. Or you think about, a truce or an agreement or a treaty, that you come up with in an argument or a disagreement with someone. Well, then what happens when the next argument comes up? You need another one. But what Jesus did at the cross, it has no expiration date. There is, if we belong to Christ, if you belong to him, you are his forever. That is eternal redemption. I think that can change how we live, how we see the world, how we think about circumstances when things get difficult and people let you down. We can know that there is one, Jesus, that will not leave us, that will not let us down when it feels like maybe we're losing everything, relationships, what we have built, all of it. We can be anchored to something eternal because Jesus has secured it for us. Imagine you're standing on a dock and you're tied to a boat. If the boat drifts, you drift with it, with the dock. But if you're tied to something that's unmovable, unshakable, like a rock, you won't go anywhere. And that's what it's like to be in this redemption, to be redeemed by Christ eternally, that he has secured it for us with his own blood. And because of that, we're not drifting, but we're held, we're secure. So you don't have to live in this fear of losing what Jesus has offered. Redemption it's not a loan, it's not for a season, it's eternal. No sin from our past or no sin moving forward can take it away. No circumstance in our life can change it. What Jesus has given is forever. And here's the beauty. It's not just about being secure in a one day, in a future. This verse, this eternal redemption, it's talking about stability that we can have right now, that we don't have to cling to things that fade. We can cling and rest in what lasts forever. We can live boldly in a generous way, in a courageous way, because our identity and our eternity is settled, is secure. So just consider this today. Although the world we live in changes, is constantly moving, our eternal status, our redemption doesn't change. Jobs, friendships, relationships, health, all of those things may go up, may go down. But in Jesus, we stand on something eternal. That is the good news of the gospel. What Jesus has secured, no one can take away.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill